Okay, I believe we're live. Okay. Yep. Whoops. Shit. Una mas.
Hello, stragglers.
Hey, what is up? Today, me and Jake are going to be doing a tier list. I don't think we've ever done a tier list on this channel specifically. No. So yeah, this is our first tier list that we're doing officially. As you can tell, we got a ton of tiers here that range from S to F, and we have a have not used,
or for our sake, no opinion either.
Yeah, I guess no opinion could also count for mid, like C. Yeah. So I don't know if we'll actually use the have not used, but pretty much
if we did the ones we actually used, it would be a very short video.
Yeah, possibly.
Be like under 5 minutes.
Because I don't think we've used the Zebu boomerang. So
Zebu.
Zebu.
Never even heard of Zebu.
Zebo actually.
Zebo. Like that dinosaur on iCarly?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So I think I've used probably like a third of these, probably. That being said, we're also going to rank these based on how comfortable they look and how
comfortable functionality,
how functional they look, how good they appear to look. Sometimes
our own experiences too.
Yeah, so we're gonna start at the top. It looks like this is possibly
in order?
Alphabetical order a little bit. So the Atari 2600, it's a joystick
with a button.
Very OG like experience.
So we're doing a combined tier list.
I guess so, yeah.
All right. I guess it's like if we disagree, we might just meet in the middle.
We're gonna do a thing where we meet in the middle, like we've done usually.
If we disagree.
So yeah, I think low key just a little bit. The Atari 2600. It reminds me of the SpongeBob controller. I don't know if it's like because like the SpongeBob controller I have is also like a joystick type kind of thing.
Find it.
Yeah, I think I did find it actually. I don't know where it.
You have an AV converter.
I do, yeah. So I don't know if I have the actual console, which would be dumb. I know.
I thought it was just plug and play. That it was just a controller.
I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I'll find it if it is in my house, and I will see what I can do with it. But it just does remind me of the SpongeBob thing. The SpongeBob thing was okay. It's not the best, obviously. I think I probably put this in like C tier personally. But that's just my take on that.
I mean, it's a classic design, obviously.
Yeah.
Like you will see, like it's just this was like. I don't think it's the first controller ever made, but
I don't think so. No.
But I just think it's just so.
It's simple. It's an OG.
It's so
it's an
simple.
OG controller.
Because I'm trying to think.
Like it's a joystick
and the button. And a button.
Yeah, that's not the on and off thing, obviously, right?
I think that's just.
There might. I don't think it's another button. Like
I don't think it was the.
That's
button.
Probably a button.
Probably an action button. I think.
So, I mean, it gets the job done, obviously, probably, so...
Yeah, and you gotta think about Atari games and...
Yeah, how straightforward they are, so... I'm putting it in C tier, personally.
Obviously, it's just such a classic design and, like, famous look for the Atari is, like, so famous that they kind of brought it back.
Yeah.
You had to get it. I would say probably B because of like just such a good design, but I will go to C.
Alright. So the Atari 5200.
Oh god.
What is this?
What is that?
Generally it looks like a TV remote. I don't know what they were doing with this one. What happened from 2600 to 5200, but personally, I don't know how that works as a controller.
What are the number buttons do? I feel like someone's like,
is this?
It's like a telephone.
It is like you use that probably, but like, what the fuck do you even do? Is this
to attack? Use the pound key.
Is this like a credit card scanner right here? Like, what is that? That's so stupid.
It's like it's a credit card reader, but it's like.
Do we agree that this is F?
Yes.
Do you also just want to get rid of the have not used because
we're gonna roast all of them?
Probably, yeah. We can keep it for now.
Keep it for now.
Alright. The Atari 7800. This is Europe, I guess.
The EU version?
Yeah. It looks like a pretty decent
it looks like
controller.
Europe did something better than America.
Yeah, for sure. This, it looks feasible. It looks like it sits on your lap.
It looks like prototype NES controller.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't look bad. It looks like it's entirely feasible to use.
Yeah, so simple. Simplicity. It's like the simplicity of the Atari, but in NES.
Yeah, I see probably for me.
I'll go there.
This is another fucking credit card scanner.
I think that's the North American version.
Yeah, it's NA. Yeah.
Jesus.
So like, what? Is this like a thermometer down here? Why is it like
that's just the Atari logo?
The fucking thermal scan. What the fuck is this? What is this? Like
back button?
Back button? Surely that's the fucking action button. I don't even know what that would be.
Because I wouldn't put it over the 5200.
Yeah, it's a little better than the yeah. Alright, that's fair.
Oh, the Jaguar.
It's
the console that looks like a toilet.
It's alright.
Oof.
Not the controller. I mean, it looks better than the 7800.
Yeah.
But
it looks so bulky though. That's the thing. It looks just bulky as fuck.
The Wii U gamepad is also bulky, but it's feasible though. So I feel like this is an okay controller, but like it probably gets in the way a lot. I probably put this in D personally. Just cuz like it can't be.
Would you put it above the 7800 though?
I would, yeah. Cuz like that does not look like a gaming controller for me, but this does.
Yeah.
So I'll put it above.
We got a toaster over here.
What the fuck is this?
A toaster?
Fucking camera roller. Like, how do you even play F? This looks slightly better, I guess.
What? What? I couldn't even see the thickened the joystick because of like.
I don't even. Is that a joystick?
Yeah,
it's like
you see it come out. It's like a small little joystick.
Okay. I mean, is that?
It's like trying to be Atari, but not as cool.
Yeah, this is no wonder why they only had like fucking 2 shits. Probably F tier.
We got the phone.
We have another phone. I don't know. This is a slider.
I think you use that to like as the joystick. I think if I remember correct.
That's neat. Too bad they don't have any other feasible buttons. Cause this is why I hate early game controllers, because like, what were they even trying to do? It's like
make them look like telephones. They were really ahead of their time with mobile gaming.
Bro thinks they're the Wii. Like,
bro thinks he's the Wii. 30 years
ahead. Call 911.
Oh my ColecoVision.
Oh god. We're putting these in F tier. Straight from the get-go.
The Vectrex. Such an edgy name.
The fucking Vectrex 5000. It looks better than the last ones. I think this is either like C or
well, again,
D tier.
A really small joystick that I just don't see the functionality with a small joystick like that.
I think they were just like, the fucking joystick is way too fucking big, like something like that. So they're just like, how do we make this smaller? I see what they're going with. And honestly, this reminds me of like one of those things on like a car where like the window lock, where like you just push it down. It seems like it would hurt your thumb.
The designers just saw that and they're like,
Oh damn!
That's it.
That's it right there.
That's it.
Hey, can you get Keith out here? I want to get this out of my car.
D.
D? I think. Yeah, I'll put this in high D.
High D. Yeah.
It seems like it could work.
Yeah.
Entirely, but yeah. So, all right. This probably would have a better use as like a dildo, honestly.
Yeah, I was
like, I don't think it works.
Imagine getting pegged by the Casio PV 1000.
Hey babe, bring out the Casio PV 1000. Does the PV stand for penis vagina? Cause damn. I mean, look, I think if the buttons up here were probably underneath, it could work for me. Because like, I'm trying to like
visualize.
I'm trying to like
vigorously
trying to control it. Like, oh, the tip is a little red.
Twist.
I mean, hey, when the tip is red, you know you're doing something right. This is not one of those cases, however. So for me, you know, I like if the buns were on the bottom, it will work. It would entirely work, but the way it is, it's not feasible. It's up there. It's definitely not F range for me personally, but
low D.
D, yeah, definitely. Actually, it's above the. Is it above the Jaguar? Because like, I don't think it is. Because the Jaguar you could probably use. Yeah. It's bulky, but like this has something going for it, but like I don't know if it would be good to use necessarily because the joystick is in the fucking way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's good the way it is personally, but are you trying to decide between these two?
I'd be willing to compromise and you can move it up.
You want to move it like that?
Yeah, because I'm, like I said, I think I'm just, because I want to, when I'm doing these, if I've never touched them before or held them, like I'm trying to visualize how and just the Jaguar just seems so bulky to me that I'm like.
It looks like it's this kind of length though.
Yeah.
I don't think it looks that bad.
But because of like the buttons look kind of up.
The buttons don't look appealing, which is why. If the buns were in a better placement, it would be C range for me personally, but the buns look way too awkward and clunky. The Famicom is down here. So it's the same thing as the NES.
Because it's the Japanese
red version. Yeah. So honestly,
I'd put the
B tier.
I'd put the NES in A tier.
The A tier. I all right. That's fair.
Classic design.
You wanna? So well, what is it gonna be?
I'd put Famicom. Yeah, the NES is better.
We're Americans, so it's gonna go above.
Yeah, it's just classic design. I've held an NES controller before. It's kind of weird holding it sometimes, but it's probably something you have to get used to. Probably.
It kind of set the standard. For what the
controllers.
For things to come.
Yeah, I would. The dog bone.
NES dog bone.
B.
B?
I like the classic neat. More. I like the classic
It looks more comfortable to hold though.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, B is fine.
Yeah.
I assume it's clunky too. NES advantage.
Another big bulky one. I think I've seen the AVGN play with
it. Looks not comfortable to play with.
Yeah, just kind of
bulky. But it does look more advanced than the 7800. Honestly, this might be above the 2600 too for me because it actually has on your lap. Imagine the buttons
on your left, and you have your buttons.
Yeah, the buttons look actually.
It's like you're piloting a freaking aircraft.
It looks feasible, so I'm gonna put this above the 2600. Honestly, what do you think?
Yeah,
that's fine. Super Famicom. Where this goes, the Super Nintendo goes.
This might be weird, but I might prefer Famicom over the SNES because the colored buttons, and I feel like it might be easier for someone to remember the buttons compared to the Super Nintendo. But that just might be my skepticism on that.
Well, I mean, do they have the letters on them? Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah,
do.
they do. But but if like, what if
But
you're
like every controller nowadays is just black or white, unless you have like a customizable controller. Like,
I know, I was just throwing.
yeah, I get it though. I prefer colored shit too.
Yeah.
So you want to put the Famicom above the Super Nintendo?
But I think they should be in the same tier.
Yeah.
But I put the Famicom.
I honestly think it's A tier because these seem, it's an OG. Don't get me wrong, but honestly, I might put this above the NES and Famicom. Because just imagine trying to hold this one for hours on end. Like, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I'd rather play with the Super Nintendo.
Our ancestors were built different.
Yeah, they were. This looks like a...
No, that's going... Anything Virtual Boy's just gone. Done.
I mean... Listen, hear me out. Hear me out.
Matt's gonna defend the Virtual Boy.
It's not... It's literally like a prototype.
But you gotta remember
64 controller.
But you gotta remember though, you're gonna be strapped to a thing while you're doing
this is for controller though. If it was for TV, it wouldn't be bad.
But
I don't know why the D-pad is here. Alright, get rid of the name right here. Okay, pretend there's a white box there that doesn't say Famicom, not Famicom, fucking Virtual Boy. As a controller on its own, even if it wasn't for like eye ingestion shit, if it was for like a TV console, for that controller, minus the D-pad, it looks okay as a controller. It's probably the first normal looking controller so far. It's literally a slightly better version of the 64 controller, if I say it.
Oh no! Oh, you're about to piss somebody off with that take.
Okay, maybe not actually. I think that the 64 controller thing
I don't
really edges it out, but it's not a bad looking controller.
You know what it looks like? You know what? Oh my god, they look like if you cut off the circles, it's like prototype Joy-Cons. Because two sets of buttons, both D-pads.
Yeah, if you place everything on this. Yeah. I don't hate it. I definitely don't love it. But
I feel like I get the functionality with like the double D-pad for like the Joy-Cons, obviously.
Yeah.
But for Virtual Boy, I don't.
Is this not the start? Yeah, that's the
start select button, and you have the two action buttons.
Yeah. A and B. I mean, I assume there's probably a use for them. This is probably C tier, the highest for me. Dare I put this in here?
I feel like it'd be so sacrilegious to put anything Virtual Boy above the 2600. Okay.
Alright.
It's fine.
64.
Ooh.
Listen, I know I just shit on this, but after recollection and developing the apology video in my head for a minute now,
apology.
I apologize. Because thinking about it, I'm a different man than I was 2 minutes ago, and I think, you know, I'm just. I don't think I've ever personally picked up. I might have picked up a 64 controller once in my life. I view as a clunkier, more in the way version of the GameCube controller, in my opinion. That's not saying it's bad or anything, but honest, I think this is B-worthy. It might go above the dog bone. Because you have to think comfortability-wise.
Yeah.
Even though it's clunky, it's a controller that went in the right direction. So honestly, it's B for me.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I'm fine with that.
Alright, is it above the dog bone? Just think about it. Which controller would you rather use for like 2 hours or 3 hours straight?
Probably something a little more spacey. Because I feel like the dog bone's just kind of tight.
Yeah.
On your hands.
Yeah. GameCube. It's actually a pretty decent controller.
My only weird thing would be
I actually do have GameCube controllers for us to handle.
they're third party.
They're third party, but they're still GameCube.
Yeah. So my only weird thing would be, I don't know how I feel about the D-pad being on the bottom left, not on the top.
Yeah. So I don't know where my others are. Probably.
We do have a lot of controllers laying around too, we can for the later ones. So we can.
So it's not bad. I've played a couple games on the GameCube controller. They're not bad at all. It's just kind of. It's a little small. I feel like if it was a little bit bigger, it would have worked better, in my opinion. But it's not a bad layout. My only thing really is kind of the buttons on the right side is the thing that's with me. It's not a deal breaker, but that's just my opinion. Here you go. You can. Have you ever hold the GameCube?
Well, we played a GameCube game on the channel, so
okay.
I do remember when we played Shrek 2 that I was a little iffy about the controller.
Yeah. Oh.
This
you
is
can
one of
keep
those,
talking about it.
This is one of the things.
Yeah, you can keep going.
This is one of those controllers that I feel like if I
Balls are. Yeah, I was worried about that because like when I switched balls and I felt like I had like.
I'm sorry, guys. It's just I hear what he's talking about, and it's just funny.
So I tried calling because I thought I was gonna die.
That you might need emergency surgery.
I was gonna have to.
So.
Well, they are normal size. I know. I'm just saying.
He's afraid of torsion.
I don't know if my left testicle is actually my right testicle. And
He's afraid of torsion.
yeah, I'm afraid of torsion.
Testicular torsion.
The testicle. Yeah. Alright, well, how would you know? Okay. Sorry guys, I had to make a business call. Hi, I'm back.
So I do feel like if I played with this controller more, I do like the grip of it.
Yeah? It's just, for me, it needs to be slightly bigger.
Yeah. I'd probably say B.
Okay, that's fair.
Probably say B.
You wanna, I put above 64. I feel like it's a little biased because I don't have any experience with a 64, but
I think it's a much better design than the 64.
Yeah, I agree. So the GCN Wavebird, I assume that's like a special edition. It might be bigger. It looks like it might be bigger.
What are those? What are the things for though? That's what I'm.
Anal beads.
Are those like Are those like What are they? I don't want.
The Wiimote?
No. For the PlayStation, they have those like, if you want to have a wire. I'm trying to think what they're called. It starts with like a D. It's dongle. Yeah, like a dong. So like for example, when I'll talk about it later, but when we get to it. But PlayStation like 2, they have like a thing you put in here so you can. Yeah. It acts as like a receiver for your controller. So I wonder if that's what it is. If that's a dongle.
So this is the wireless version of the controller?
That's what I assumed. I assumed that big clunky thing's a dongle.
Yeah, so...
Oh, dongles are so cool. We should bring those back. No more Bluetooth. Let's just use dongles and plug it in manually.
I'm just gonna put them next to each other.
But yeah, I mean, it's not gonna really bother. I put them at a solid tie because I feel like that's with like PlayStation 2 wired versus wireless. It's just whatever your preferences is. Like, we're definitely not in order if we're doing the Wii.
I don't know why it's at the Wii now. I thought it was alphabetical, but I guess not.
Well, spoilers. No.
So spoilers for 20-year-old consoles. The Wiimote. On its own. we have to think both like sideways and motion control wise here. Just all the above.
I think at the time it was a good gimmick, but now looking back on it, it's kind of to me.
I disagree. I think Wii Sports still holds up. There's obviously a lot of games
I know there are still, but it's just
there's a lot of games
overall the grand scheme for
that do not work and have never worked and even shittier today.
You need like specific games for Wii.
Yeah. That being said, motions aside, when you're playing like a game like Mario Kart or Mario Brothers, where you have it on your side, it's very good. It's comfortable if you have the grip, obviously. It's not a bad controller. It's multi-use, obviously.
Yeah.
And when it's at its best, it's a feasible controller. So this is probably A tier for me. B tier.
I'll agree with you.
All right.
I'll agree
so
with you.
Where
like
in A tier?
My gripe was just I just think some of the when we get to with the nunchuck, I just feel like some games are just not meant for that controller.
Motion. Yeah. I can agree. Yeah. This is at very least better than NES and Famicom, in my opinion. But is it more comfortable than the Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
I would think so. You want to put it in top?
Sure.
Alright. Nunchuck.
I
probably a little better in my opinion.
I think it would depend on the game.
Mario Galaxy.
Okay. Because I played some ports, and I've hated using the Wii remote and the nunchuck for certain games.
It's iffy on Mario Kart.
Yeah. I didn't even know you could do nunchuck on Mario.
Yeah, it's not how you would expect the controls to be. It's actually kind of annoying a little bit, but I mean, yeah, it has its use. I don't think it's implemented the best. I think this is probably A or B tier, personally.
I'd probably say B.
Alright. Where? Because I'm thinking like
Middle,
yeah, that's fine. The Wii U Classic.
Oh, the regular Wii Classic.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it was just everyone just used the Wii remote. I never saw anybody use this.
I have this actually.
Well, isn't that the third-party one you have that broke? Or something that doesn't work?
It came in with like a drift or something.
It's not OAM, I don't think.
Yeah, so it's right here.
Yeah, no, that is definitely
This is definitely third party.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's fucking lowercase letters, but it's probably why it didn't fucking work. But it's not a bad feeling controller. All things considered, it feels okay, and this is a third party. It's a decent controller. The only game I played it with, since I have experience with this, is Mario Kart Wii. It's okay. I assume if this controller actually worked, and there's a little bit of a button layout that was different, I would like it more. But, assuming, because I've been able to have this work for a couple races in a row before it just decided to drift, and not in the way I wanted it to for Mario Kart, I would have liked this more. So, yeah, it feels comfortable. It's a little weird in the back because the things get in the way, but it's comfortable. Here you go. I think this is solid B tier at least.
I definitely would have been more comfortable using this compared to the Wii remote for some games.
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, it's actually...
It's comfortable.
I do like the grip. It's got a good grip. Yeah, I would have...
Once you get the hand
if I knew about this as a kid, I wouldn't have used... if I had this, I would have probably used this more than the Wii remote.
Yeah.
Personally. for me, because I'm more of a this kind of guy than the motion kind of guy. That's
Right.
kind of when that's kind of why I dunked on it, because that's just my own personal preference.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would probably. Can I see where we are with the tiers right now? I'd put it in high B.
High B. That's
I don't
fair.
know how about with GameCube, but I do like this. Yeah, we haven't tried the. Oh, you're putting the Pro there too.
I assume it's a
The
better
same.
version anyway,
Yeah.
so I'll do that.
All right,
The Wii U gamepad.
Mm.
I've had a lot of experience with this. I have a high fondness over the gamepad. I don't know where mine is at all. I
wonder if they're doing this by company.
probably
order by
more than
company.
likely, yeah.
Yeah, because the
more than likely.
PlayStations are all together.
Yeah.
I guess that makes it a little easier.
I'm gonna take like a couple seconds to try and find this piece of junk because I don't know where this is. So I don't know. Let me take like a couple seconds. Oh boy.
Big bag of tricks.
Oh, there's my PlayStation. Oh, let me get a controller out from here. Alright.
That game what controller is that?
Yes.
One?
Yeah, PlayStation 1, yeah. That's PlayStation 1, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Fuck.
This is perfect music
Oh,
for
there
me.
it is. Wow. Alright.
Oh, that big fucking thing.
So, I'm out of breath. When the Wii U first came out, I was caught off guard because obviously I was a little boy. I had little hands and it was hard to play games. But as a big boy now, it's better. It is a lot more comfortable. Oh dear God, there's a ZL button, a little... Okay. The number one game that I've had experience with the Wii U gamepad is Splatoon.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably Splatoon.
And it worked fantastic. I'm a little not rusty, but when we played Splatoon on the channel, I had moments where I was like, okay, this feels weird because like I was not used to it at that point. But in my heyday with Splatoon 1 and Mario Kart 8 and Mario Brothers and all those games, when I played those games a lot, it was a comfortable controller. It's not a bad controller at all. You can fucking play it without the TV. It feels nice. It's not heavy at all. Child me used it just fine. Adult me used it just fine. And, you know, it's just very comfortable. I guess the only thing that's weird about it is the L and R button, not the ZL ones or ZR ones or whatever. Those are in a little bit of an awkward place for me personally. Depending on the way you hold the controller, obviously, I always kind of use my pointer fingers to rest them on there, but that's just me. So, have you ever held a
I think
GameCube?
on FGC
Wii
we
U?
played a game that we passed the controller around.
Okay,
Was it like a Mario game or something?
maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not,
It's not bad. It's not a bad controller.
proto Switch
Yeah,
for
pretty
sure.
much. That's what I thought too. I fucking love the controller.
I might like this. maybe I might like this just as much as the Switch setup. It's not. It's pretty good.
Yeah, because it's like it's an actual comfortable size.
Yeah.
You can play just fine.
Yeah, like it's got a much better width.
Yeah.
On it, even with the Switch OLED, like it's still like kind of that like narrow.
And now we have the Switch right here, and like it's a little awkward. Like I'm kind of controlling it right now.
Yeah, because I think with the OLED they just stretched the screen, but they didn't increase the width on it.
Yeah. Well, they couldn't make like new Joy-Cons or something like that, but yeah. So for comparison, the Switch. I'm handing Jake the Switch right now.
Yeah, I mean I feel this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fucking day one Switch, by the way. You can tell because it's busted on the top.
Yeah, I might like the Wii U more as comfortability wise.
Yeah.
But
we'll get to the Switch when we get
that's
there.
the entire console though. We're doing the controllers.
Yeah. So where we put the gamepad? I think I know. It might be a controversial opinion.
You want to put in a?
I was thinking S.
S tier?
Yeah. Yeah.
It would have to be low S because
I'm fine with putting this top of A tier.
That's fine.
Alright, I'll put it on top of A tier.
You don't want to make everyone too upset.
Yeah. Wii U Pro Controller.
I don't know if anyone's watching right now, but I know there's probably someone like, oh my god, guys, really? Acknowledging the Wii U?
It's a good controller. Like, it's very good. Like, it's comfortable to play on.
The Wii U Pro Controller.
I assume it's similar to the Switch, and it's like the in-between of the Wii controller and the Switch controller.
I definitely like the Switch Pro. I can already tell you the Switch Pro. I like the Switch Pro control.
It's a very fascinating controller.
I don't know. I think it's just too many buttons for me.
For the Wii U?
Yeah, the Wii U Pro controller. Got too many buttons going on here.
And also, a problem that I've heard is that the buttons are at the bottom and the joystick is at the top. And
yeah, that's a little weird.
Well, the Wii U gamepad is... It does have the buttons in the same position, but controller-wise, for an actual like pro type controller, Nintendo standards.
Yeah, like a standard video game. No, I just think the two joysticks are up on top is a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, man, I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. It's not bad because it looks comfortable enough. I assume it would be fantastic to play on as well. It's at worst a B.
I was gonna say B.
You're gonna say B?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see what we got going on in B. Is it... Would you put this... Where would you put this?
Not above the Wii Classic. I would have to hold it for comfortability wise.
That's a tough thing. We don't have it.
I keep it right there.
Alright.
Maybe later I might say, hey, move GameCube, switch it back, but
yeah. Joy-Con
on their own.
I hate the Joy-Cons on their own.
I hate the Joy-Cons.
I hate the Joy-Cons. I've never liked the Joy-Cons. They're too small. They feel weird.
They broke. They are notorious for breaking.
Notorious for drifting. The new ones I have, the purple and orange ones I have, look fine. They're newer, but the gray ones, the left one drifts. So this is at best to see. I don't think.
I agree.
Like, I will put this at the top because like when they work well, they work.
It's only best works when you have it in handheld mode.
Yeah.
Using them any other way, like the Wii remote, is just
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Single Joy-Con,
Oh,
even
no.
fucking worse. Like it
Yeah.
barely tolerated
my
on Mario
cousin,
Party.
we played Mario Kart on Christmas Eve. I brought my like monitor and stuff.
Yeah.
We played Mario Kart and I didn't have like any pro. I only had like one pro, so I had to give my cousin the Joy-Con. He freaking was like
Yeah.
fighting for his life. Just
Yeah,
like, oh
yeah.
god. No.
It's a cool premise, but it is not a good controller.
D.
It's good on paper.
I'd probably say bottom D. Not gonna lie.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Or top D, maybe.
Yeah. Switch Pro controller, that is at least an A tier.
Yep, high A. Yep. Absolutely. Got one right here.
Dare I say S controller? Because, like, I got the actual first party Pro controller.
Well, these are officially licensed by Nintendo, so it counts.
Yeah.
For this
And
one I'm holding.
have you ever held, like, actual, like, the OG Pro Switch controller before?
I have not.
Well, here you go. I joked off, by the way, and used it. I'm just kidding. Or have I? It is.
They're kind of the same.
Yeah.
But this one's a bit more rounder compared to this one's a little bit more square.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably.
Yeah. The black one.
The black one.
Give me the black one.
It's like that Venom meme.
I think I prefer the Pro Switch controller over the Xbox 360 controller.
We'll get there.
We will get there. Do you agree? S.
Yeah.
The
TurboGrafx 16. Oh boy.
We go from one of the best controllers of all time to this piece of shit.
I think it's by company. It has to be by company.
It is. This seems to be the only console.
The one and only.
Yeah, no wonder.
I think I've heard about it in an AVGN episode before, but
so.
Oh god.
I don't even know where to start with this. Like, the buttons are right here. They got the D-pad right here. I assume it's kind of like a lap type controller. Okay, I guess. It's probably D. I'll be honest. I'll be blunt right now. I think it goes in between the Vectrex and the Casio penis vagina.
Yeah.
Personally. The Neo Geo AES looks okay.
Yeah, it looks okay.
It looks not bad. Like, you got all the fur buttons for your hands. I don't know what you're gonna do if you have like one of your fingers chopped off. That kind of sucks. But like, I'm trying to. It definitely is a lap controller. It could work. I don't know how well, because obviously, well, people back then were built different, and they probably just grew accustomed to that anyway. And I'm just looking at the next one, and it looks better, so it's definitely going to be above that. And the next one is even better than that one. So, how about we do the Neo Geos at once? Obviously, each one to the right is better than the one to the left. So, what are we thinking? I think this goes in D or C. Bottom C.
I think the buttons are the buttons are, to me, look on that one, the first one, obviously, they look way too close together.
This
for
one?
me. No.
Oh.
First, they look way too close together that I wouldn't, for my taste. There needs to be a little space. They look kind of close.
Cause like you would hold it like this, like it's a flute, though.
Yeah. But it's like
so what's the difference? What's the difference between these buttons and these buttons?
There's a little more space.
That is the same amount of space on a smaller controller. That is probably worse, actually, because like you actually have to hold that controller in your hand. Actually, you could still have it in your lap, but like, it's a smaller controller. It's probably more comfortable, but I think these two probably are the same, honestly, for me.
Yeah, but I would say the Advance is definitely a bit more, looks a little more cumbersome.
It probably does. I'm not going to deny that. I think the Advance goes into probably right here. And the AES goes
Big slab of cardboard.
probably right here. Or would you put above the Virtual Boy? Don't look at the Virtual Boy name, by the way. Controller-wise.
I'll keep it right there.
Alright.
The Neo Geo CD.
Definitely better.
Oh, yeah.
It looks better than the Joy-Cons, that's for sure. I honestly think it goes right here. In front of the dog bone.
Top B.
In front of the dog bone.
I really like the direction arrows on it, visually wise.
Yeah. Honestly, I might bump it up to like about right here.
Above the Wavebird?
I'll put it right here. Alright. TV
remote. F.
Yeah.
There, I don't know. Yeah, the spoon, the Philips CDI spoon.
Alright, Phillips, you just gotta stop.
No, I think they did stop making consoles.
Good. Nothing was working. This one seems like a step in the right direction. All things considered. The 3-button pad though? Why is there only 3 buttons? Was that... Did they only have the right budget for 3 buttons? They had to have. It's better than the fucking spoon. Obviously, don't get me wrong. It's probably realistically right here. All things considered. Do you agree?
Yes.
Alright. The Philips
CDI touchpad. Oh, that... I don't know why they have like the curve going down on the right and then the curve going up for the left. If it was the same length, I think it would be a bit more comfortable.
Like this.
Yeah.
To work with it, which is fine. Because even with a Switch Pro controller, when I play Splatoon sometimes, like I hold it kind of like this in like tough situations. So I do see it working out when you're in like a tough position. Sometimes you just hold controllers in an awkward way. Comfortable wise, it does not look comfortable at all. Layout, oh god, layout wise, it looks decent,
solid, yeah,
for sure. I think this is either C or D.
C.
All right, let's zoom in. Might be right here. Might be right here.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Okay, now we're going to my wheelhouse. Now
right.
I'm just gonna say this: PlayStation probably has the best consistency with controllers. Of just solid controllers.
I would agree. They all kind of look the same. Yeah, I agree.
But but if it ain't broke, right?
Oh, obviously.
All right, so regular. We'll see which one you have.
So
because it looks like there's 3 versions.
Oh well, they're all the same thing.
Well, these ones have analog sticks.
Okay.
Okay, you definitely have one with the analog sticks.
There's another one in there.
And you do have a PS3 controller for some reason.
I don't know why.
It's in your drawer. You're gonna have to get that out. We have a PS2 right there.
We got a PS2. We got like all the PlayStation controllers.
Yeah.
Right? You know what?
You took your PS4 upstairs.
Yeah,
though.
So I'm not gonna get it. But
we got Animal
PlayStation
Crossing.
1.
KK Slider's performing right now during our live stream.
Oh, cool. I don't have my headphones on, so.
So I don't know which version this is specifically.
That looks like the DualShock.
The PS1 DualShock?
Yeah.
That
was my shit.
These are the shit. These are the shit.
Guys, if you saw the controller.
DualShocks?
It's the red.
Clear red.
DualShock PS1 controller.
They had the early ones had the best colors. Like, I shouldn't say that because the PS5 controllers are fucking amazing, but for the time, like, this was like legit.
So the PlayStation 1 controller is an OG.
So the original
doesn't have an analog stick though.
I think that's my biggest complaint with the OG would be no analog sticks.
So realistically, it's probably C tier.
C.
Low B tier, actually.
It's low B.
Yeah, low B. Now we get to the good ones. The dual analog. I wouldn't know the difference, to be honest. These might go in the same one. This is probably A tier, yeah.
A tier, yeah.
I think is it better than the Wii? I would probably say so. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I probably want to use that over the Wii. Wiimote.
Okay, now we're playing here, and we're not playing DualShock 2.
So,
this was mine.
Yeah.
This was my shit.
PS2 time.
So they didn't change all that much in comparison. I think they did make the analog. Or are they about the same size? The analog is bigger on the PS1 controller, but overall they feel the same, but I have such a bias towards PS2. So I would put it in fucking S tier.
Alright.
This is just good. This was the shit. Like, this was the shit. And obviously there was the wireless with the dongle, but
that's fair. I personally don't care for the PS2. But definitely not as much as you. I would put it in A tier at most. But honestly,
compromise with low S.
Realistically, I would put this in B tier, to be honest.
You'd prefer the PS2 over... I mean, they're kind of the same.
I mean, let me hold the PS2.
They're kind of the same. There's not really much of a change.
Alright, let me hold the PS1.
I think it's just because you have a different material. That's...
For some reason I prefer the PS1 over the PS2. I don't know why.
Look at that freaking plug, though.
That's so distant. I don't know how to explain it, but the PS1 just feels better.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, I think you can use PS1 controllers on PS2.
Oh, really? So you wouldn't mind using the PS2 controller and I use this? Okay, fair. Alright.
I think it's because, I think it's only because, I guess the only thing would be, game compatibility. That some have, the vibration controls. Oh, I think that might... That's kind of why I doxed. I think the vibration controls were so revolutionary with gaming. Made you feel like... I don't know if those have the vibrations or not. Because, those have the analog light.
I vaguely only remember using the PS1 right here.
But,
yeah, I mean... The thing that you kind of hold, the things on the back...
Yeah.
They go too far in for my liking, but for some reason the PS1 feels a little better, a little more just right. I will give this the benefit of the doubt. How would you die for this controller? Because I'm thinking top of the
if it was, I would be for the nostalgia bias.
Are you willing to put it top of A? Behind Wii U? Or?
Top of A.
Okay.
Oh, what top? DualShock 3.
It's
kind of the same, but it has the PlayStation button instead of the analog. This is the PS. Yeah. I actually really like the PS3 controller. I actually love all the PlayStation controllers. I don't think they fucked up on a controller, like a mainline controller.
I think they feel a little clunky in my opinion, but
yeah, the novelty of the PlayStation button, huge. It's basically, to me, and obviously with USB now, and you can use it wirelessly, this was basically like an upgraded PlayStation 2 controller.
Yeah, it feels nice. I might prefer this over the fucking triggers. Actually, kind of feel a little wonky in my opinion. They don't really.
It might be the condition of your controller.
Probably, yeah. But it does feel better slightly for me.
Yeah.
So this is definitely A-worthy.
Yeah.
I will put this right here because
you can put it above DualShock 2. It does feel a little more comfortable than the DualShock 2. Yeah. does feel a bit more comfortable.
All right.
DualShock 4.
4.
This was a great controller too.
I don't hate it at all. Just so you know, I don't want to make it sound like I don't like it.
I think probably out of
I just think it felt thin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I prefer the PS5 controller way more. I think
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the PlayStation one. I like the big big middle button. Then
yeah.
Let's
The pad.
I think functionality wise, DualShock 4, but in terms of design wise, I would go with the older ones.
Uh-huh.
I think it's just a more classic design.
So actually, let me change though to this one. Would you change this?
I'm trying to think if I prefer design or functionality.
I prefer functionality.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. DualShock 4, yeah, that's good.
And does design go into compatibility?
Also, the LED lights as a kid freaking blew my. When I first got I remember when you play Battlefront and you'd play as Darth Vader, the LED lights would turn red and you're like, oh. I loved the LED lights, the color change. It was just so awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we get to the Wii.
No,
sorry, the PlayStation VR. Whoops, my bad.
PlayStation, the VR. I think this is the VR one. I think. I'm trying to think because
it looks neat.
I think for when you do VR, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
think it works.
It doesn't look bad.
Doesn't look too.
I mean, they look comfortable.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. And obviously, these buttons are hold on to shit.
Yeah.
Fuck man, I don't know. Whoops, that was a fucking weird noise. I'm trying to think of how it would be for me to hold these. I know for
I just feel I'd be waving them around while you're playing with playing a VR game.
Yeah, these might be better than the Wii Remote, probably. I'll be blunt. This is better than the DualShocks, though.
No way in hell. Okay. We know where this one's going.
Where's mine? Right here. Yours is over there somewhere.
Oh, dude, I think
such a comfortable controller.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want to put this in S?
Yes, it's gonna go at top of S for right now.
I don't think this is better than the Switch. I'll be honest.
I think it's better than the Switch.
We gotta.
That's just my bias, though.
Yeah, I entirely understand.
We all have our biases, and we're willing to admit them. But I just find the grips on these much more comfortable than the Pro because I definitely like that this is bigger.
Yeah.
So that's just me. That's my preference.
For sure.
But I will just regardless of position, this belongs in S. This is.
I completely
I think
agree.
This is the best controller.
The S tier is probably going to be the only tier that does not matter with the order. By the way.
Yeah.
It's just I'm older. When people refer to us as Matt and Jake, so it just makes sense for the Switch to.
Yeah, it's just I think they knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I don't know how I feel about the Edge though, because I've never gotten the Edge because of its $200 price tag.
I will be honest though, I don't like the design of the PS5.
I think the PS5 controller.
That is why you got the black ones because it didn't look as bad.
Hey, and I want to get custom
I do too. I want to get the Cosmic one. The purple one.
Oh yeah, I won't. No, some people make like custom PS2 themed controllers that have the colored buttons, and they're like the solid black with the colored buttons. I'm like, oh,
that'd be cool. Yeah,
I don't like they got rid of the colored shape buttons.
They should have kept the color.
I do think I do like the futuristic look of the PS5 though.
Yeah,
I just don't like the black and the.
Yeah, it looks
too much
very.
black, yeah.
It just everything just contradicts each other. Like this, especially in this area. I don't like it.
I think that this it's like you can say what you want about the white design, but I think it was a solid design regardless. I think adding a black.
I would assume it's a better controller.
Yeah,
performance wise.
Yeah, performance wise.
But
I'd probably put it at high A.
I would too, probably. Yeah.
I do want to get one at some point, but
yeah,
I just the VR2, something else I do want to get at some point.
Yeah, we definitely do want to do VR games on the channel at some point, hopefully. These probably look better than the OGs. Some
futuristic shit with the
we got the big boy and the fucking Teletubbies right here. This. So the PS moves are right there. I don't know. I can't say.
With those controllers, I feel like if you're using them, you're like, wow, I'm playing with some like futuristic shit. Right?
Yeah.
High tech. Yeah, I'd put them.
Yeah. Would you assume these would be better than the duals? No.
Not for my taste.
Because you prefer just controllers.
I'm more of a controller person.
I am too, but I feel like it'd be fucking cool. Alright.
We'll think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Alright, we gotta get back to the shitty ones.
The Fujitsu FM Towns Marty. What? I don't even know what console this is for.
I don't either. I don't think this is a lap one necessarily. I think this is definitely like a one you can actually hold in your fucking hand. That being said, it looks shit.
It does look shit.
But
it's like a bootleg NES over here.
I do see it being somewhat comfortable. Honestly, low key it's probably high C.
Okay.
This one,
Amiga CD32.
What the fuck is this? I see it being slightly comfortable, easy to hold, but just the design.
No, yeah.
It's right here, right there is fine.
Oh god, the 3DO.
The 3DO.
Oh god.
Decent design. I don't like the 3 buttons. I don't like the layout of the 3 buttons. It might be clunky to hold, possibly from the looks of it.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. From like
have you ever held one ever?
I haven't held one personally, but I've watched like the AVGN episodes where he does play like 3DO games, and it's just like, yeah, it's small, kind of like a small dinky thing. Yeah, dude. The Casio
Loopy.
The Loopy.
Dude, there's so many of these just stupid fucking looking controllers. I don't even know where to start. Like, sure, fine. It doesn't look comfortable.
I don't like the D-pad on it. It looks a little funky.
It does.
I'm more of a like just like them being all separate, and then instead of being one big button, they have to press from the side.
Yeah. Like
on PlayStation or on But even with like the Pro controller, like just I don't like the rounded look of. Because that's on my GameStop PS2 controller, and I freaking hate the D-pad on it.
Well, this is the same shit, basically. I'll put this here.
They're all looking the same.
They all look the same, I'm sorry. It's just the same shit over and over again.
Bandai Apple Pippin.
Is this a boomerang? I'm pretty sure I already saw a boomerang. This looks more boomerang than the fucking Zebo boomerang.
The Bandai Apple Pippin.
How do you even hold this? It's a banana.
Guys, what are your thoughts on the Bandai Apple Pippin?
It's not even an apple. It's a banana. The banana boomerang, like how do you hold a steering wheel? That does not look
Look at the
good at
button
all.
layout.
Yeah, like
What the
how
hell?
do I hear?
They're not even at all.
Yeah, nah.
Is that what is that big button? Is that a button or a joystick?
This might be like
What
a
is that?
situation where if you hold it down, it goes in that direction.
Oh,
if you know what I'm talking
I
about.
never liked that with like the older console. I never. And what's that big thing in the middle?
Probably the
Is
pause.
that
The startup. I don't know. Is it that advanced?
But it's like what is that? Dude, this is going in F. Like, there's no way. This thing's fucking crap. Guess that's fine.
Yeah, that's where it should go.
We're going to Sega now.
This is some shit that you would get like for a fucking metal detector.
Like, the Sega SG-1000.
There's no buttons.
What is?
There's only one joystick.
I think that red is the back button, maybe.
This is a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, but like, why would the only button be on the back? It should be on the front. Look at that. Look at all that space you could put the button. But they put it in the back, on the side. If that is the button. What a waste of space.
I don't even know what to do with that tier.
Sega Master System. This looks like a crappy NES controller.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not too
I think
fond
the
of the
Genesis
D-pad.
controller is solid though. I think it's a good.
Well, we'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there.
I do like the buttons on the right. Everything on the right side of the controller looks fine. It's just the left that looks like what the fuck.
That control pad. No.
This is definitely C worthy. I'm thinking high C, low key.
I don't know how people are gonna feel about it being near the Joy-Con, but
the Joy-Cons are trash, and I will stand by that. All right. Sega Genesis.
I think just design look. It does look pretty good.
I do. I just think this would be awkward to hold.
Yeah.
Probably not the worst, obviously, but I mean, it does look decent. I will be honest.
Why is the Kinect here? That's not even a controller.
And these are.
Yeah. No, but it's like you don't do it. You don't hold it or anything. It's just a camera.
Yeah, it's a fucking.
Yeah, because it doesn't even count. It shouldn't even count as a controller.
I'll put it at the top anyway, but
if you control it, you're using your hands. But you're not holding anything.
I'm holding on the way to the trash can.
Kinect's alright. As like a device, but not as a controller. Shouldn't even count.
Yeah, it did. You know what? Nah. This is going in like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So
it just shouldn't even like.
It shouldn't
count be as a controller.
She doesn't even go here.
She doesn't even. What does that even mean?
From Mean Girls or whatever. Like she's not even a controller. She doesn't even go to the controller school. She's an accessory.
Oh man, we're gonna have to watch Mean Girls at some point.
You want to do a review on it?
Yeah, I like that movie. It's a good movie.
All right.
Doesn't even go.
I'm thinking between the Neo Geo and the Wii-Bird, honestly. What do you think?
Yeah.
This looks dumber, in my opinion. That's 6
too
buttons?
Too many buttons.
That's too many buttons for my taste. This is going
4 is good enough, guys.
This is probably
4 buttons on the button is good enough.
Yeah, that's going in between those. What the fuck?
Sega Saturn? You wonder why Sega stopped making consoles.
Yeah, right? Even the latest. What is
but
this?
Hey, the Dreamcast has the screen, though. I think that's a screen.
This?
Yeah, I think that's a screen.
Is this a screen for ants?
What is this? A screen for ants?
What is this? A building for ants? So stupid.
Oh my god. Sega stopped making shit.
Yeah, good. I'm sure they would have learned their lesson anyways, had they not. But
oh god.
yeah, so realistically, this looks semi better than this. This looks like a decent controller, all things considered. I'll probably put this. It's not bad. I won't put it above the Joy-Cons.
The Japanese Saturn.
Yeah, that looks better.
Oh
this is
God.
a fucking CD reader, right?
No, we don't do full circle controllers.
What Sega? Listen to me.
This is why you guys lost.
This is why you guys were fourth place in a race of 4 other contenders. And
you guys were dead last.
You guys were dead last in terms of controllers.
Yeah, you guys lost the 90s console wars for a reason.
Yeah. Just
no, we don't do that here. That looks so uncomfortable to hold. That's just
more uncomfortable than this? More uncomfortable than these?
Because at least you can.
At least you could probably hold it.
It's like a big circle.
I imagine it's okay to hold, though. You'd rather hold the boomerang banana?
Boomerang? I got no clue how to even.
Yeah, I'd rather hold the Sega Saturn TV controller.
I'll give you that. At least the Saturn, it looks like I can figure out what I'm doing.
Yeah. Alright, probably the best controller, and that's it's a low bar.
The last one the Dreamcast, the last console they ever made.
Yeah. I imagine
it's like a bigger version of
I don't even know where to begin. I guess
fucking huge. Yeah,
this is the I guess controller. Like, I imagine it functions well, it holds well. It's just, where do I
poor Sega. Poor Sega. Dreamcast.
It's just, but is it? This cannot possibly be worse than a fucking Philips thing, though, right?
No. CDI touchpad. Yeah, I'd probably put the Dreamcast. I think the joysticks are way too high on it, for my taste. I think like. See, because I feel like it's like it'd be more slightly up.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird for my preference. Yeah, that's fine.
I just think the buttons too are a little too spaced out, but it cannot be worse than the fucking Fujitsu, in my opinion.
No. Nobody even heard of them.
Guy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
More like oh no.
I will say, even though it's a little awkward shaped, it does probably look like it is a semi decent controller.
Looks like a third party.
Yeah.
Looks like a third party PlayStation controller.
Third party for its own console.
Yeah.
It might be seaworthy though, in my opinion.
I can see that.
It might go in between the Sega and the other Sega. Yeah.
Ooh,
Steam controller.
Is this for the Steam Deck?
I don't know. Is this specifically for? I gotta search.
Yeah, what's the Steam controller? What do you? That's for the
Steam controller.
Do you use that for the Steam Deck? If you can plug it into your monitor or something like that.
I assume it's for Steam. Yeah, it is for Steam. It's saying it's for Steam. But
what console? Like the Steam Deck?
The platform.
Oh.
Yeah, like the Steam.
Just in general?
Steam, yeah. You might be able to use this for
the Steam Deck.
The Steam Deck, I would imagine.
We gotta be careful because everyone loves Steam and like
Yeah.
think they've done nothing. They've only made gold.
To be honest, yeah, they.
So we gotta be careful.
I think the only argument you can make against Steam is that they might allow just anything on their platform. From what I've seen,
But their controller though, I don't know.
it looks a little awkward.
Yeah, it does look very awkward. I would have moved the buttons on the right circle.
I
Right there.
just
That's
wouldn't.
kind of.
I just wouldn't have these big ass circles.
Yeah.
I imagine they have their use, obviously.
Yeah, it's just such a waste of space.
Since
honestly.
it is a PC originated like company type shit, like I imagine you could probably like put your finger on this and use it as like a mouse kind of feature. If that's the case, please tell me. I just think it looks stupid as a design. Personally,
I agree. This looks like I would have easily moved that.
It does look
the map of
comfortable.
buttons should have been on that circle right there.
I would move the buttons up top and move
Yeah,
this down
yeah,
though. I would switch everything in this general area.
Yeah.
I would move the analog
The
up
D-pad
here.
looks kind of weird.
Yeah,
D-pad looks kind of weird. It looks like if you saw like a PlayStation 5, it looks like the there's like a pad underneath the D-pad on like the PlayStation 5 controllers. If you've seen them getting open them, it looks like that.
What I would do is I would move this up here. I would make this smaller. I would put it below this. I would probably put this in the middle too. Move this up a little bit. Put that right there. I would probably put this in like the bottom right. This situation right here in the bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
But pants wise, does look trash. But comfortability wise, I would imagine it feels comfortable as well.
Yeah, I will say Steam probably knows what they're doing
Yeah, for sure.
most of the time. So
I
or
think this
majority
is
of the
B
time.
worthy.
yeah, that's fine.
I don't know where though. We don't want to make the Steam fans angry.
Yeah, we don't want to make them angry. Probably put it at the top of B.
They don't like Nintendo right now, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Okay. Even though Google like, haha, you guys are.
It's a comfortable looking controller.
Yeah, it looks good. I think those are light. Are those lights?
Yeah, those are LED, I think.
If you got LED lights on your controllers, that's a big
big plus.
brownie points for me.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything I don't like
It
about
looks good. It actually looks decent.
Yeah, like the controller itself isn't bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it like looks solid and looks
At all.
comfortable. It kind of reminds me of like the Switch Pro.
Yeah. It was probably based off it anyway. That being said,
I put it
in between the 64 and NES backbone.
Yeah, that's fine. I'd personally probably move it higher, but I would have to feel it first before I would.
Yeah,
really
I imagine
assess.
it holds well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Zebo.
More like a Zebo.
Okay. Well, if it's every like company order, why is there more Atari? Or is that when they got revived?
Probably revived.
Yeah.
Yeah. That does look good though.
Yeah.
Wait, did they made a new console?
I
Did
don't know.
Atari make a new console?
You have to Google what the VCS is.
And no one would probably know about it, but did they make a new console?
Did they?
Did they revive the? Are they back in the console race?
I know they are been thriving right now.
Yeah, I've heard.
Atari's slowly making a comeback. Yeah, we got the i. I've never even heard of the iToy for the PS2, so I got no clue.
It doesn't even look like a fucking controller.
Yeah. What is the Atari VCS?
Let me search it.
I wonder if it's one of those like universal controllers for like PC or something. We don't want to acknowledge Zebo. We just want to jump right into the Atari. The Atari shit.
Yeah, it just seems so uninteresting. It low-key might be. So the Atari VCS came out in 2021.
Ooh, okay. It's
It does
console?
look slim.
A
Yeah,
console?
it might be its own thing.
Like it has its own like game library and stuff.
I would imagine this is what it looks like. So I mean, hey, honestly, Atari, if you're making a comeback, all the power to you.
I kind of love that actually.
Yeah, I want more consoles.
Because after like the video game crash, there was just like they were kind of done for. But
yeah.
You do you, Atari.
Yeah. Hopefully it's working out for you.
It's probably something that they're probably just gonna bank on the nostalgia of the older stuff. Maybe.
I mean, let's see how much
Nintendo
it works
does
out.
that too, but
Anyway, Zeebo.
God,
I will say
they all look icky.
the boomerang can actually fuck off. Actually, put that next to the other boomerang. This one
That should be. I would put that in F, man. Like
the boomerangs.
yeah, like why would you even use a boomerang?
I'm just trying to think realistic here. I'd rather use a boomerang than the fucking spoon. Like, would you put the spoon
the button mapping on it? It's just.
Would you put the C4 detonator with the boomerangs?
It shouldn't. I could put it above it, but I don't think it should be near like. Maybe. Okay, you can keep it there.
It is a controller shape, though. At the very least, kind of. Actually, no. I'm gonna. Yeah. These though, these are
the regular
a little
Zeebo.
bit better. I will probably put the Rev 2 above the Zeebo OG.
I like they did the buns. Just
this
1, 2,
reminds
3,
me of the. Are you actually for real? 1,
2, 3, 4.
Did they run out of characters? I guess. I guess it does remind me not of the numbers, but this one reminds me of the Wii Pro Controller. This reminds me of the Wii U Pro Controller.
But it's like got a weird shape to it.
It looks like
someone modeled.
It looks like a Jimmy Neutron game controller.
Yeah, it does. I was about to say it looks like a 3D animated.
It does. It doesn't even look
it doesn't look real. Is Zeebo AI generated? No, look at the text. Look at the text. Don't tell me that's AI font.
That is. There's no way Zeebo is real.
Look at it. Looks like you. It's like the text and you generate an AI image.
How many games on Zeebo? 58.
There's 58 games on Zeebo.
We gotta play all of them.
When did the Zeebo come out?
2009, apparently. What the fuck is this?
I'm Zeebo!
Look at the console!
You're gonna have to buy one, it's just a joke.
I might. It looks so stupid not to. I want that inside my house.
What games are on Zeebo?
We have to find out.
Get the list, full list.
Oh my god.
There's a Spider-Man game on Zeebo. I'm freaking like, you know what, get it.
Yeah, so here's the logo up close. This is only for us.
I swear to God, this should not be real.
Yeah, this looks like a Mandela effect console.
Yeah.
Hey, Grandpa, tell us about the Zeebo console.
It's such the worst name, too. Every time I think of Zeebo, I think of the dinosaur costume on iCarly. Just, Zeebo!
God. Can you, games. There's no, actual list. It's paragraphs. They're just talking about the games. Boomerang Sports. Yeah. Alright. Some notable games. FIFA 09.
The port of FIFA 09 on Zeebo.
Resident Evil 4. Crash Bandicoot.
Guys, what's your favorite port? Mine's the Zeebo version.
Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart 3D. Galaxy on Fire. Rally Master Pro. Zeebo Extreme. What the fuck is that?
It's like the Wii Sports for Zeebo.
Oh no, is that a console?
Oh my god.
Zebo Extreme is a series of 3D racing video. Is the music still playing, by the way?
What?
Is the music still playing?
I don't think so.
Fuck.
You shouldn't have done like loop.
I should have exit full screen. Alright, there it is. Oh god, leaking information.
God.
Zebo Extreme is a series of 3D racing video games created for the Zebo system.
Just saying that is just so weird. The Zebo
I feel like I should not have been able to say those words in that order. Some person had to type that out on Wikipedia. A real person made a Wikipedia for the Zebo console. There surely is a Wikipedia for every single thing ever. I digress. The control. Okay. We're getting sidetracked. The controller on its own looks okay. It doesn't look
it just looks okay.
bad. It's okay. It's
yeah, see.
Yeah. This looks a little better.
Yeah.
It looks like an actual game controller.
Trying to beat PlayStation.
Yeah, just a little bit. I have a vendetta against the Joy-Cons. I refuse to put these above the Joy-Cons, though. This can go right here.
The Zebo. Okay.
Alright, Atari.
Alright, Atari. I think you guys cooked with this one.
We owe you an apology, Atari. This looks like a firm controller. Looks like a decent controller. It is a little bulky at the top, but it looks comfortable. And so with that, this is definitely at least B worthy.
Yeah.
I am thinking definitely top of B, but where in B, I have no idea. That's why I want your help with this.
I'm much more of the old school kind of curve shape compared to like the round. So I'd probably put it above the Wii Classic controller.
Let me... Would you...
If that's not controversial.
Oh. Above this one?
Yeah, that's fine.
I would put the Wii U above the Wii.
Fair enough.
I would probably put the Wii U above the Atari, actually.
That's fine.
Alright.
The Evercade VS.
I have never heard of this in my life. What is this?
This is like a weird fusion of modern and retro. It's like kind of weird. Because we have the X, Y, A, B buttons.
Evercade VS. Whoa. The release date was 2021.
Oh, so they were going for retro nostalgia.
I guess so. It is currently active. Here's what it looks like with the console.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That looks like it was made in like the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, that's definitely what they're going for, though.
That's kind of cool.
It is cool.
They want to go with the retro.
I respect it.
But controller-wise...
Probably C.
C?
Realistically.
I was gonna say C or B.
That's
fine.
Probably right there is fine.
I think the button layout's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
The start and select.
Alright, Xbox time.
It's Xbox in time.
This is the middle ground for us. I say as PlayStation is my number 2.
The OG controller.
I think I had this one.
The S controller?
Yeah.
I think I like the S controller more.
Yeah, I do. I think I had that one. The Duke. The OG. Bulky as hell. But, you know. Alright, buddy. You know what? Nah. This is something you can control. The Wii board. I just saw that just now.
Yeah. She doesn't even go here.
She borderline doesn't even go here. The Duke. I'm shitting bricks. I will get to that when we get there, though.
Matt's been wanting an OG Xbox for a while now, so
I have. Oh my god, my voice is dead. Xbox.
The Duke.
The Duke.
I would say
Definitely B at least.
'Cause, you know it's Xbox, so it's gonna function well.
Yeah. Oh man, I have no idea.
Careful, careful, careful. Oh.
Xbox and Steam are buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Steam feels like the little brother though to Xbox? The OG though.
I like the X.
No,
I
mean
like
the
the
S.
S controller more.
I meant the S.
I definitely like the S controller more. I think they're bringing back the OG Xbox controller for the newer consoles. As like a special thing, like the GameCube for Switch 2.
Right.
That'll be fun.
Do you think
You should do
the
the same
S
thing for the.
is better than the duals?
No. No. That's just my bias, though. I would have to hold one to
I vaguely remember it. Vaguely, because I had the OG Xbox.
I'm just so used to the comfortable size of them that
I played the games just fine. Actually, I think halfway through the time of me having an Xbox, I just switched controllers to like a clear controller. One that was a little more comfortable. So I don't even remember the fucking S or the Duke. But the S just looks more comfortable in general, so
yeah.
It's going there. Xbox 360.
Oh, okay, we might have a split decision on this one.
I don't dislike this, by the way.
I love the Xbox 360
I don't
controller.
dislike this.
It's an absolutely goated controller.
Get the fuck over there.
She doesn't even go there.
She doesn't even go here.
I would dare to say put it in S.
But we have to consider. We haven't even used these.
I have not used those before.
I have not used
I'm
any
just saying
of these.
from the sake of nostalgia and...
I know, it sucks, because like these look like they are good as well.
But, yeah.
Damn.
But it's just such classic look. They did have to use the... I remember I think some of the wireless 360 ones did have to use batteries.
I had a battery one.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It did the job.
It's kind of stupid, though.
This is S.
This is S?
This is S.
Yes, is S.
This is S.
Okay, I thought we were gonna...
This is the greatest Xbox controller of all time.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna be...
No, I just prefer the Switch controller to the 360. That's all.
Xbox 360.
So here you go. Here's, in our opinion, the ghosts of the big three controllers.
That's actually good. It's actually really cool that happened.
Yes.
Yeah. The goats of the big three.
Yeah.
You just gotta wait for the Switch 2 Pro controller.
I know people would have words, though, regarding Nintendo in that category. They probably put GameCube up there instead.
Xbox One.
I used this for like 15 minutes at Walmart one time. I don't even remember what my opinions are on it. I imagine I liked it. Maybe.
It's decent.
It definitely does look decent. It looks comfortable. It's not a bad design at all. I am a sucker. I'm a huge sucker for black controllers. Just sleek looking, cool as ever.
Yep.
This is definitely A, at least.
Yep.
We might just have to just put all...
I don't know how I feel about the freaking grid thing space.
I don't either. That's why I zoomed in just now.
So I'm like, what
this one can get away with it.
That's a D-pad. Oh.
It is a D-pad, but it looks stupid. I imagine it gets the job done though, but it just looks stupid as hell. For the Xbox One controller though, that is going in A. That is straight up just going in an A. Neither of us have used these, but I imagine it looks just fine for what it is.
Yeah.
The Elite.
I think the Elites don't even look that different anyway. That it would just come down to which design you like more.
Yeah, probably. I am putting it between the gamepad and the PS4.
It's fair.
DualShock.
Fair enough.
As for the series, oh nope, we're still on the Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I prefer this one over the Elite.
Series 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
can see that.
Side by side.
They don't look
too different. But man, I think that's good. They look exactly the same. They only have like minor differences.
Yeah.
But I think actually side by side I would probably prefer the One Elite.
I think the Elite, I think the buttons are more raised on the first series Elite than the second one. That's what it kind of looks like to me.
Yeah.
The back buttons.
I do prefer the One Elite though, in my opinion.
Series 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Series X.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good.
I
like colored buttons are back.
Colored buttons, all black.
Yeah.
The love child of controllers for both of us. I don't even think the D-pad looks that stupid on this controller. Yeah. I don't know how well it feels at all. I haven't had an Xbox.
It probably I'm just picturing it probably feels something along lines of like the Switch Pro controller.
Just like something in the way.
At it. I'm good. I would guess it would feel like that.
Yeah. Oh boy, we don't have anything good coming up. I mean, what can you do?
The NES Max.
Okay.
All right. I think that was used for like if you need it was like a kind of like I think that big button was like a super button maybe or something like that. That like you needed like if you could just hold it and you would like it would be the equivalent of you mashing the button or something like that or something stupid like that.
I think that's fine. This control is literally
I think
the
the
upside down
advantage
version
was the
of
same
that.
thing with that one too. That was just like they were like upgraded buttons, even though they kind of look. Yeah, that's fine right there.
Yeah. All right.
The Jaguar Pro.
Oh,
we're not even gonna talk about it. He's just gonna put it right in there.
PS2 iToy.
Never heard of it.
She doesn't even go here.
Yeah.
I think.
Is it just a camera?
I guess.
The paddle controller for Pong. What are our thoughts on the Pong? Okay,
I don't know. I'm not.
Okay, I heard this
80.
one was freaking garbage. The ball controller. That should be an F. Using a ball as the control. A ball.
Oh my god.
No way.
Yeah.
Imagine using
a
a ball instead of a joystick. Like what is
What
this?
the fuck is the OnLive?
It's got like a rewind button and a fast forward.
In case you want to skip the game.
What is this, a PC controller?
I guess. It's like an Xbox controller for like PC.
Is he Googling it?
I am.
The OnLive. What is the on?
I searched online by accident. Because I'm just so flabbergasted. So OnLive was founded in 2003. Yeah, we can tell. What is the online game system? It's a video. I'm not watching it. They discontinued it in 2015. No one even know. No one even knew that. We're probably the only people in history who know this controller.
And the person who made this tier list.
Yeah. Good going. I mean, it's a decent looking controller.
Yeah, it looks decent.
It's not a bad design. I do like the orange and black
Yeah.
combination. So all things considered, even though we don't know what the fuck this is supposed to be at all, this is at least going to be a B. Or is it an A?
Mm-hmm. B. I don't know. I think the set of buttons on the bottom is just kind of.
Yeah.
What do they do? Why do we have a rewind button? Why do we have a fast forward? It's not a.
We thinking bottom of the B?
Yeah, bottom B. Yeah.
Wee bird. You just stand on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely better than the Joy-Cons.
Yeah. The
NVIDIA
Nvidia Shield Gen 1.
Did Nvidia did they make
Were
a
they?
console?
I don't know
Did
if
they
made,
try making a console or what? Is that just?
I thought Nvidia was just like third party, like controllers. I don't know. The Nvidia Shield.
Searching up the Shield right now.
If it's its own console or not.
Is the Nvidia Shield a console? Portable. Wait, what?
Or are these those portable phone controllers? Is that what they are?
Is the NVIDIA Shield a gaming console? Incredibly fast and versatile enough to be a 4K HDMI streamer, premium game console. It could be. It has a console that comes with it. So I imagine. The thing though is the Gen 1 controller looks like shit. It looks like it's trying to be an Xbox Duke controller and failing miserably.
Just weirdly shaped and weirdly designed.
Yeah. Gen 2 looks better, infinitely better. I would imagine this is a tier above, all things considered. B. How are you feeling with the Gen 2 and B?
It's fine. Looks just decent enough.
Yeah.
Not too crazy.
I think there's no way it's better than the 64. But is the Neo Geo better than the 64? Now I'm second guessing myself.
Think about how you're holding it though. How would you hold it? To me, with the 64.
It's definitely above the Neo Geo.
I
think
feel
the
like I don't
64
like
is
the I
below,
don't like
though.
the handles being at the bottom. It should be like should hold them on their side so you can reach the buttons easier instead of like kind of if you're going like kind of going like this, it's like kind of dumb.
Yeah, so I put the Shield
Yeah.
Gen 2 above the 64. I put the 64 above the Neo Geo. I'm gonna move the Neo Geo down. And again, that's fine. The way it is. It was dude, the PlayStation better than the Neo Geo.
PlayStation curb stomps, yeah. There's like no.
Even online probably does too.
Yeah, on live.
On live, yeah. Alright, that's good. We fixed speed here.
Amazon.
This is
Too
what I
many
should fix
buttons.
with.
There are too many buttons, guys. I will say, just looking, I think the Luna looks like the best one.
Definitely.
You guys put too many buttons on the first two gens.
What is the... I'm on Amazon right now, so...
I don't know if they made consoles, but the
Amazon
Fire TV.
Luna. So, from what I'm seeing right now, I don't think it's a console.
Is it just like a controller you can use for anything?
I guess.
That's cool.
I mean, you know what? We might have the goat of Amazon right here. So let's just move this test here. Might as well.
Luna.
Should we move the VCS into goat here? I mean, what else do they have?
It looks pretty good.
Yeah. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. It's the best controller. We will put this in A tier. Bottom of the A tier. But that is the goat of... Actually, you know what? Amazon, you can also go on bottom of A tier. Because what the fuck? I didn't know you guys make controllers, but it is the goat of Amazon controllers, it seems like. Anyway.
Too many I just think there's too many buttons going on.
This one reminds me of the Wii U Pro controller. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have the buttons at the bottom, so it's definitely better than this one. But you have to remember it's Amazon. They probably have fast forward for the reason. And the pause or whatever. So it makes sense for what it is. So we have to keep that in mind. Because it's not really gaming oriented as the other ones. I'm assuming you can use it for gaming, but it's mostly probably used for TV shows and movies as well.
Maybe if you're like streaming games on like the Fire TV, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
So I know you can do that.
So this is definitely B-worthy though. This one is definitely not better than the Generation 2 at all, but
no.
I'll put that right there. I'll put the Gen 2 right in front of it. Xbox Adaptive Controller. I don't even know where to begin.
These just last two just look so icky and just what is this?
The PS5 one looks like it's one, and not that there's anything wrong with this, but it looks like it's a controller for people with disabilities.
Oh yeah. I remember I heard something like that. That's what the
these both might be for disabled people. So
yeah, we don't want to be jerks and put it in F tier. Must work well for she goes to a different classroom.
Special ed.
I'm sure it must work well for them, but just for the average consumer.
Just for us, we don't need it, so we don't really need.
Yeah, I don't like the button layout from the Axis. It's in like the wrong.
We don't have to.
It's in the wrong order for my taste.
Which one?
The Access controller. Like if you zoom in, you see the button layout. It's just all wrong.
For these?
Yeah, because like circle's like on the bottom. You got triangle, then you got X, you got square.
No, Jake, this isn't for us.
Dude,
I imagine it works out for people who have like Parkinson's or whatever. Anyway, here is our tier list. She doesn't even go here. Xbox 360 Connect, Xbox One Connect, PS2 iToy. She goes to a different classroom. Xbox Adaptive Controller, PS5 Access Controller. We're not trying to shit on those at all. F tier is Atari 5200, Magnavox Odyssey 2, Intellivision,
ColecoVision,
ColecoVision,
Philips
CDI Remote, Philips CDI Spoon, Sega SG-1000, Atari 5200 Trackball Controller.
That's so... I hate that.
Literally, what are these? What are these?
I would honestly put the trackball dead last because using a ball is like the dumbest thing ever.
But this
this
should technically be here.
Yeah.
None of these go to the school. They are entirely different school. They are homeschooled.
Imagine like having to, when like literally like rolling a ball to use it. Like it's just, oh god.
D tier Wii balance board,
or also known as the Wii Fit board.
Yeah. Single Joy-Con, NES Max, Panasonic 3DO, Amiga CD32, Vectrex, Sega Saturn 3D controller, Turbo Graphics 16, Bandai Apple Pippin, like it's not supposed to be called the Bandai Boomerang Banana Apple.
I think
Banana
Bandai's a
Boomerang.
Japanese toy company, so I don't know why they're making consoles.
I don't know either. Zeebo Boomerang. I just saw it up close for the first time. I am shitting bricks right now. Oh my god. Casio Penis Vagina 1000. Fucking Jaguars. 7800 North America. 2600 paddle controller. C tier Joy-Con, Sega Saturn, Zeebo Rev 2.
Well, specifically the Japanese Sega Saturn.
Yes. NVIDIA Shield Generation 1, Zeebo, Evercade VS, Oya. Oya! Oya! Oya Hui! Sega Dreamcast.
I like the bun spell Oya too.
Oh, really? Oh yeah, man! Why did it fail? Oh yeah. Sega Master System, NES Advantage, Casio Loopy, Neo Geo Advance, Atari 2600, Virtual Boy, Philips CDI 3-button pad, Sega Saturn North America, Sega Genesis Mega Drive 6-button pad, what the fuck?
Philips
CDI touchpad, Neo Geo AES, Atari 7800 Europe version, and B tier. Oh my god. Xbox Duke, Steam controller, Wii U Pro controller, Wii Classic Pro controller, whatever, Wii Classic controller, GameCube, GC and Wavebird, Amazon Fire TV Gen 2 and 1, Sega Genesis Mega Drive 3-button pad, NVIDIA Shield Generation 2, 64, Nunchuck, Google Stadia. My voice is turning so bad. PlayStation On Live, Neo Geo CD, NES Dogbone, PS5 DualSense Edge, Xbox One, PS3, PS2, Wii U Gamepad, Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One Elite, Xbox Elite Series 2, PS4, PS1, PS1 DualShock, PS1 Dual Analog. I can read, Jake.
I'm reading them with you.
Shut the fuck up. PSVR 2, PSVR, PS Move, 2 names I guess, Xbox Controller S, Wiimote, Super Famicom, Super Nintendo, NES, Famicom, Atari VCS, Amazon Luna, and the goats, Switch Pro Controller, PS5 DualSense, and the Xbox 360.
Yes.
That is our final tier list. It's a little too big. That's what she said. I don't know if anybody is watching this at all. I doubt it.
Probably not.
I will go to the stream.
Someone probably tuned in and noped it out as soon as they saw Steam was not an S tier.
Yeah. That will do it.
Yeah.
Any closing remarks?
I am 100% agree with the GOAT S. The GOATed
Yeah.
S. Big three. GOATed S.
For sure.
Yeah. Real snazzy. Also, just clarify, like, this is our opinion.
Yeah.
This isn't, and obviously, if we got to hold all single one of these, this might
look vaguely different. I doubt it, but it could look different. That's up to your imagination, though. Just like this controller should have stayed in imagination forever.
Yeah.
So that'll do it.